Today's math lesson is lesson 2.8, and we are looking at multiplicative comparisons. Okay, so comparisons using multiplication. So we are looking on page 53 of our math journal. Okay, so we are looking at these problems, and it's going to sound weird, but we're making it into an equation. So it says complete the problems below. So it says 42 is 6 times as much as 7, recorded as an equation. So we have the numbers, this is number 1, we have the number 42, 6, and 7. How can I make this into an equation? So we know it says 42 is the same, it says 42 is, so the is kind of an equals, 6 times as many as 7. Okay, so we have 42 equals 6 times 7. Okay, that's how we write that as an equation. Now, let's look at number 2. What number is 4 times as much as 9? So what number is 4 times as much as 9? So 4 times 9 equals what? When we write this, it says they want us to write this as an equation. Here we're going to actually put a number. What is 4 times 9? 36. Okay? So that's what you should have for 1 and 2. We took those words, that sentence, and we made them into equations. Okay? Now, the next section says to solve each number story and write an equation and use a letter to stand for the unknown. So you're probably thinking, what does it mean by an unknown? So let's look at this first problem, number 3, and see what our sentence is, our number story here. John's marble rolled 48 inches. Alana's marble rolled 12 inches. John's marble rolled how many times as far as Alana's? So we know John's was 48, right? And we know that was our main number, right? Our biggest number. We're trying to see, and we know Alana's rolled 12 inches, right? So we're trying to figure out what number times 12 gets us 48. So we're going to make that an equals and make times, and the unknown is a letter, okay? The letters in math become variables, and variables that are unknown. If it's not known, we just represent it as a letter, and we're going to use R for this one because we're seeing how far it rolled. Okay, Thor, thank you. Okay, so we have 48 equals 12 times R. So we're saying, because it says, John's marble rolled how many times as far as Alana's? So how many times more did John's roll? Okay, we don't have to So that's what you should put for A, okay? And then when you look at part B, they want our actual answer. So what times 12 will get me 48? So we know not 1. What's 2 times 12? 24. What's 3 times 12? 36. And what's 4 times 12? 48. So our answer, they want our answer, and our answer is 4. So on 3B, 4 times as far. Okay? Now let's look at number 4. It says, Samara has 5 times as many apples as Asher. So she has 5 times as many as Asher. So 5 times what? We need to figure out how much Asher has. If Asher has 9 apples, how many does Samara have? So Samara has 5 times as many as Asher. Asher has 9. So we have 5 times 9 equals, and we're going to put, I'm going to make it an A as my unknown for apples. Okay? So this is writing the equation using an unknown. Okay? They don't want our answer yet. They want our equation using an unknown. The A is our unknown. How many apples? So that was for 4A. It says equation with unknown. Now let's look at 4B. What's 5 times 9? 5 times 9 is 40. Okay, so that's your answer for 4B. Awesome. I'm sorry, not 40, 45. Thinking of 9 times 8, 45. Sorry about that, class. Good job if you caught that mistake. Okay, now look at number 5. Remember, if we're going too fast, slow it down. Sally is 21 years old. Tanya is 3 times as old as Sally. How old is Tanya? So we know Sally is 21. Okay, so that's our known number. That's how old Sally is. Tanya is 3 times as old. So we're going to take 21 and multiply it by 3. And then we're going to get, I'm going to put a T as my unknown for Tanya. I put the little hook because if I just put a lowercase t, then it looks like a plus sign. Okay? So 21 times 3 equals Tanya's age, right? Tanya is 3 times as old as Sally, and Sally is 21. So that's my equation with my unknown. Now I need to figure out what the answer is. So what's 21 times 3? 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So Tanya is 63 years old. Okay, and let's do one more. This one is going to be different for each student. So it says, write a comparison number story using the equation 8 times 5 equals 40. Okay, so this is the equation you're using. So I could even say, I'm going to give you an example. I want yours to be different. Sister Douglas has $8 and Thor has 5 times as much as Sister Douglas. How much money does Thor have? Okay, if I have $8 but he has 5 times as much, how much does he have? 40. So you're not giving your answer in your comparison number story. That's what you're wanting your audience to do, okay? So come up with your best number comparison story, okay? Then look at 54, page 54. It's our math boxes for this lesson. It says to find the area and perimeter. Remember, area is length times width, and perimeter, you're adding up all the sides. Number 2 says to draw a set of perpendicular lines. Remember, perpendicular, they make 90-degree angles when they intersect. And then it says to draw intersecting lines that are not perpendicular. So if a perpendicular line is a line that when it crosses makes 90-degree angles, a intersecting line would not make a 90-degree angle when it crosses, right? Number 3, they want you to do an estimation to find your answer. Number 4, they want you to write true or false next to each statement. And then you do not have to do number 5, okay? You do not have to do number 5. So do your best on these and then get out your home links and turn to page 51. Home links, page 51. So it's going to give you the problem, and like the first one says, write number, or what number is 7 times as much as 9? So you're going to write that as an equation using an unknown. Remember, it is a letter, okay? So here you can use any letter as long as it does not look like a plus sign or anything like that. So that's what you're doing with 1 and 2. 3 and 4, they're giving you, 3 is pretty much the same thing. Number 4 is kind of more of a multiplication number story. So make sure you're reading it carefully. And then 5 through 8 is our practice, and you're just doing long subtraction. All right, have an awesome day, class. You did an awesome job today, and I will talk to you all soon.